Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my garden for another video. So I have been doing a ton of plant shopping. So today I have a bit of a haul to share with you guys, and then we're going to try to get as much in the ground as we can today. It is a nice, cool, cloudy day today. It's only about 62 degrees here. We've been getting a lot of rain, which has helped bring the temperatures down, which I'm kind of nervous about because typically we go from cool temperatures to 90s. So there's no like in between. So I really want to get everything in the ground. Hopefully it can get established before we get those harsh temperatures. But for this video, normally if you guys have watched any of my plant hauls before, I like to group everything by store from where I purchase things from. Just kind of have everything splayed out. So y'all bear with me. But I'm going to start up here on my porch first, and then I also have some plants to share with you guys in the backyard. So let's go ahead and get right to it. All right, so here, as you can see, I have a collection of plants up here, and then I have a bunch in the backyard. So I'm going to start over here on my left. I have this gorgeous Japanese maple, you guys. Like when I saw this, they had just got a new shipment in Lowe's, and I actually just went to Home Depot this morning, and they also have them at Home Depot in a smaller size. I think the Home Depot ones were 74 and some change, but this is a Japanese maple. It is called Shana, and look at the new growth, you guys. Like, do y'all see that? It is like a rainbow of colors. So it comes out this bright red, and then it turns this gorgeous dark burgundy color, and then it eventually will turn this green. Like, I'm just so blown away. It literally stopped me in my tracks in the store. So I haven't really decided where I want this to go. I think I'm probably going to grow it in a container for now. And then when I decide where it wants to go, I can pop it in the ground at that point. But this is my first purchase. This was from Lowe's. Next up down here, I have an entire flat of these gorgeous Wallerianas. I actually purchased 2 flats. When I tell y'all, I was in the store shopping, and while they were shopping, they were marking down just flats and flats and flats of plants, just because they had just got a whole new shipment in, and they were trying to clear out space to put out new plants. So literally, there's nothing wrong with these other than they probably, yeah, I'm thinking they were just underwatered, but I'm just going to give them a slight little haircut. When I tell y'all this is my favorite annual, like literally one little quart of this, if you pop it into a planter, it will fill up that entire planter and bloom literally from now all the way to the end of fall for you. This is a workhorse annual. I love, love, love Walleriana. I've mentioned it several times on my channel. So I've already planted up one flat, which I just shared in a video with you guys previously. This is the second flat, and I'm thinking I want these to go in my backyard shade garden. So you guys, we'll see if we can get these planted today as well. Moving right along, I went to Gossett's and I picked up 3 more of these all gold spreading junipers just to have a little bit more coverage in my backyard. I'm trying to eliminate how much mulch I'm going to have to use in the backyard down the road. So picked up 3 of those from Gossett's. And then down here, I think I already shared this in a previous video with y'all, but this is a plant haul. So I'm going to share with you everything that I have. This is the hydrangea that I picked up from Walmart clearance. I did cut it back, and all of this is new growth that has pushed literally in a week since I cut it back. This is a Endless Summer Crush hydrangea, and I got this one for $7 from Walmart. So I'm excited to get this potted up. I'm actually going to put this into a planter. And then this is the other calla lily I have yet to get in the ground. I think I still have the tag on this one. I did pay full price for this one. This is called Garnet Glow Calla Lily. I got this from Lowe's. It is a perennial. And what I really, really liked about this one is not only does it has the dark wine blooms, but the stems are also that dark wine as well. So I've already planted one. I did pick up 2. Need to find somewhere to put this in the ground today. And then over here, I have another clearance purchase from Lowe's. This is a geranium called Calliope Medium White Splash. Wow. Okay. Anywho, I just loved the 2-tone bloom on this one. This one is going to go into a pot, and I'll keep it up here on the patio. Still trying to decide where these marigolds, I think I've showed you these marigolds probably in like 4 videos now. I think I finally have found a place for these to go. So we're going to get those planted today. Back behind it is what I wanted to show y'all. So this is one Walleriana. Literally, it's the same quart size. This one is called Apple Blossom, but y'all can see how covered it is already in blooms. I am so loving it. It is a little bit wilted just because I just watered everything. But yeah, y'all, Love, love, love Wallerianas. And then over here, again, Lowe's was clearancing out all of their lambs-ear, y'all. Like literally they have no more left at mine on the shelf. They had 6 of these flats of lambs-ear. You guys just saw in a previous video that I did plant 5 along the front border at a Rosa's house, and then the other 3 of this flat will be going in the backyard today. These are called something carpet, silver carpet big ears. So I'm excited to get these in the ground. Y'all know I love me some lamb's ear. Back behind it, I have 2 clematis that I purchased from Lowe's clearance. When I tell y'all, they had like literally 2 racks of these clematis. This one is called Yuan, and then this other one I purchased is called Abilene. So this one is a nice hot pink with a stripe down the middle. This one is a pretty lavender with a stripe down the middle. So I still haven't decided where I want these to go. Was considering putting them on the trellis that's going to go on the side of my house in my east garden where the window is, but I'm really thinking I just want plain trellis over there. So I still need to find something for those to trail on. And then down here, I went to A&A Plants this morning and I just kind of went crazy, you guys. So I saw these and they literally stopped me in my tracks, y'all. I just thought they were so unique. Like, look at this bloom, y'all. If my camera will do it justice, please focus. Thank you so much. OM to the G. Like, my camera is not doing the color payoff justice. When I tell y'all this, like the edges are a fire red, and then the sides of the blooms are like a hot Barbie pink. This is so cute. So this is a celosia. It's called Twisted Bright Pink. I have never seen the twisted variety of this, so I'm excited to try these out. These I got to go around the curve where my lamb's ear is, so I definitely want to get these in the ground today. This is going to be kind of like a trial for me because I again have never ever seen this plant. But y'all know my theme is pink and white in my front garden bed today. So I thought this would be a different shade of pink, trying to break up that little light color pink that I have going on up front. So I'm excited to get those planted. Over here from the farmer's market, I went to a vendor and saw these and I was just like, what is that? I need it. So I do have plans, which will be an upcoming video I'll share with you guys, to do some hummingbird and pollinator attracting plants. So I picked up these to help attract hummingbirds to my property. These are called Rockin' Fuchsia. They do take full to part sun and they grow about 24 to 36 inches. So y'all can see the blooms on these are phenomenal. Hoping the hummingbirds will love these. I do see 2 every single year. They used to be in my backyard when I had my weigelas. I have now given all my weigelas away. So hopefully I can get them to come back. I love that these have the dark stems on them. And they also have that deep kind of like tubular bloom so that they can stick their beaks down and get that pollen that they love. So love these. And then over here, I know they look kind of crazy. I hope I can actually get this color payoff to show for y'all. But I have 2 of these purple fountain grass that I picked up from A&A Plants today. Y'all know I love me some purple fountain grass. And then over here, we have 2 perennial beard's tongue, you guys. And I saw these and I was just like, OM to the G. The pollinators will love this. Like, look at the trunk on this bloom right here. Do y'all see that? Can you just imagine a hummingbird sticking its beak down in there? I think these will be perfect for my little hummingbird area. And I love the color of these as well. I love that it has the white throat and the dark purple exterior. So pretty. I'll insert a picture of when I was shopping because the whole rack was in bloom and it looked so pretty. So I only picked up 3. These will be another trial for me because again, I had never heard of perennial beard's tongue. Actually, no. I do have some beard's tongue in the backyard, but it's a different type of bloom, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. Also from Lowe's, I picked up this gorgeous fuchsia, you guys, and I read that hummingbirds really love fuchsia. So I picked this up in hopes that it will help attract hummingbirds to my property as well. I've never had a fuchsia, but I see them every year and I just love their blooms. They are so gorgeous. So this one is in a hanging basket. I do have a shepherd's hook. I also have a quad hanging basket, kind of like planter stand type of thing. Or for the past like 5 years, I've been asking my boyfriend to hang a hook up here so that I can really want to hang some ferns, but I'm thinking the fuchsia will be even more gorgeous. So we'll see where that ends up. And then also swinging around behind me, I have this gorgeous lily that I picked up from Lowe's clearance. They literally had 5 of them, y'all, and I was just like, this thing is massive. Look how tall it is. It literally comes up to my mid-thigh. I'm only 5'2", but still, when I put this in the car, y'all, my car smelled phenomenal. The fragrance on this is amazing. These are perennial, so the blooms are pretty much done blooming. I have 2, 3, oh wait, okay, so I have 3 more blooms that are going to open up, but I definitely want to get this planted in the ground in my backyard. I know exactly where I want this to go, and I'm so excited. Like, look at this bloom, you guys. It is so pretty and so fragrant. Also from Walmart, y'all, I've been stalking their clearance as well. Y'all don't be sleeping on Walmart because they have some really good deals. They also have some really good brands that they're starting to carry, like Proven Winners, Monrovia. They're also starting to get some of the Endless Summer and Brighter Blooms. So definitely check out your Walmarts. But I picked up 3 of these purple fountain grass. I know I just showed y'all some that I got from A&A Plants, but these were in clearance. They were marked down to $3 each. And I'm not sure why these are marked perennial. To my understanding, they're annuals here in my zone 8A, but I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna give it a shot. Y'all already know that I love purple fountain grass, so either way, I'm gonna give them a shot. And then over here, y'all, they had all of their Japanese maples for 20 bucks. Like, look at this. $19.99 for a Japanese maple. So I decided to pick up the Bloodgood, and look at this, y'all. I'm so excited about it. It's so cute. So they had all of the standard ones, the more common ones like Crimson Queen, Yukiyamas, all $19.99. And I think Home Depot has this same pot size for like 30 bucks. So $10 cheaper. And I'm so excited that I finally got my Bloodgood, y'all. I think I mentioned to y'all in my Emperor 1 planting video that I have been wanting a Bloodgood for years. So I'm so excited to watch this grow. I do plan on training it upward and letting it grow. I'll probably keep it in a container for a few years, but yeah, y'all, definitely shop your Walmarts. Another rescue from the Lowe's Death Racks. I know this one looks super rough, y'all. It definitely has been underwatered. It also probably has not received the proper lighting to grow, but this is a Mandevilla that I picked up on Lowe's clearance half off. And I know I've mentioned to you all several times that trailing plants really stress me out. I'm trying to kind of face my fears and overcome the hurdles of things in the garden that I have been staying away from. We'll see how that goes. So I've got some clematis. I now have a Mandevilla, and we're going to see how I do with these binding plants, y'all. Y'all know that I am the queen of rehabbing and rescuing plants over here. So it is pushing new growth. Up here at the top, it's also setting some buds all along the vine. So I think I just need to get this out of its container and into proper growing conditions. I picked this one up specifically in mind of attracting more hummingbirds to my yard. I know that they love Mandevilla. They also had a Diplodina in clearance, but I really wanted to try this trailing vine form. So we'll see how this goes. Moving on to the other side of my driveway, this is another collection of plants I am hoarding over here. So down here this morning, I went to go pick up my kitties some cat litter and saw at Walmart that they had racks on racks on racks of these delphinium on clearance. They were marked down to $2 each, y'all. Like, when I see a deal, it's my kryptonite. I just can't pass it up. $2, throw it in the cart. So these have a gorgeous deep blue bloom to them. Most of the blooms are already spent, but you guys can see I have a couple here that have buds that are going to be opening. So I'm probably just going to give this a haircut, get it in the ground, give it some fertilizer, and it'll reflush out later in the season. Behind that, I have a beard's tongue. So this is what I just wanted to show you guys. So I just showed you another variety of beard's tongue. Last year, I got 5 of these on clearance, and with all of my trenching and transplanting of plants, I lost 3 of them. So I literally only have 2 that are blooming right now in the backyard. I saw this one in Lowe's clearance, so I picked it up. This one's called Ruby Rock Candy Beard Tongue. I did get this half off. It is a perennial. So this is another beard's tongue. Again, I already have this one, but it has a much smaller bloom on it, and it's also a lighter pink. So just picked up another one. I'm going to keep stocking Lowe's clearance so I can beef up my collection that I had originally. So we're up to 3 now. Also from Lowe's clearance, I picked up this gorgeous hydrangea. Y'all, when I see hydrangeas in clearance, it is so hard for me to leave them there. So this one is called Let's Dance Sky View. It is a reblooming big leaf hydrangea. So this one, it will change colors based on the soil pH. This one gets about 2 to 3 feet tall and 2 to 4 feet wide, hardy zones 4 through 9. I have no clue where this is going to go. It's probably going to go in a container until I figure out where I want it to go, but it still has some blooms that are getting ready to open on it. So I'll just come in, clean it up, get it potted up, and it's going to be gorgeous. Behind it, I picked up a peony from Lowe's as well, clearance, half off. Here is the tag. It's called Dr. Alexander Fleming, I want to say. I don't know. It's covered up. We'll have to look up the name. But anywho, it had 2 gorgeous pink blooms on it. So, of course, the blooms are spent now. We'll just enjoy the foliage for the remainder of the season. But next year, we'll get some gorgeous pink blooms on this. Down here, I have 2 plants that were gifted to me from a Rosa. These are from Home Depot. They're called Blue Fescue, and I just think these are so fun. Y'all saw that I just planted these in her shade garden planting video, and I love them so much that she picked up 2 for me. So I'm excited about that. Over here, we have some spirea. These are the spirea I shared with you guys on my shopping video a couple weeks back. They were getting fried in the sun. Y'all, can y'all see this? I had them sitting in the backyard, so I moved them up here in the shade until I get them into the ground, but they are in bloom now. Look at these blooms, you guys. So pretty, and I love their new growth. The new growth comes out this pretty like candy corn color. I love this. These are called Big Bang. I have 3 of them here. Down here, these are the white calla lily bulbs that I dug up from my East Side Shade Garden Makeover video. Still haven't figured out where these are going. I put some of them into a pot. These are the ones that I have yet to find where they're going. I'm thinking I'm probably going to give these to my friend Alicia. Behind it, I have 2 Weigelas. These are the dwarf Weigelas that I picked up earlier in my shopping season from Lowe's clearance. These are called Midnight Sun, and I cannot wait to get these planted, you guys. They were in bloom. The blooms are pretty much done for the season. They have a pretty pink blooms, and the hummingbirds love my Weigelas. So I really hope that I can get them to come back to my garden this season. This is a hydrangea that I picked up, I think, from Guilford Garden Center when they were running their 60% off sale. I have no idea what this one is called. Hold on, let's see if it's labeled. It's not labeled. I have to go back and watch my video. I want to say this is a Quick Fire Fab. I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look at the name on that one. Behind that, I have this gorgeous pine that I still need to get planted. Look at how much new growth it's put on this season, y'all. I was thinking about cutting back the candles just to kind of size control it until I figure out where I want it to go, but I'm just going to let it do its thing. It is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to get it planted. And then last but not least over here, I know it looks crazy. Please ignore the weeds. This was a Tough Stuff Aha hydrangea that I had planted in my backyard. I dug it up and put them in these 2 pots. I think 3 years ago. This one is no longer with us, so I need to just clean out this entire pot. But this one back here is still thriving, minus the weeds. And I also have 2 blooms that are coming on it. So this one definitely needs to come out and get into the ground today. Another Lowe's clearance find. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, Lowe's be coming in clutch for me, especially the one closest to my house. This is a soft serve. I know it looks like an arborvitae, but this is actually a Chamaecyparis, which I'm so excited about. I have been eyeing these for the past couple of years, and to see this one in clearance, I know it looks super rough, you guys. Don't worry. It will flush back out. It just has not received proper watering. So I'm going to put it into a larger container, let it recover for a few years. I have an idea to actually maybe topiary this. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I've already got the annuals that I want to go around the base. But y'all, look at this color. Like, look at that against, this is an arborvitae. They look very similar, but their growth habits are different. So the Chamaecyparis is a little bit more wispy and whimsical, and I am loving that bright lime chartreuse color on its tips. So gorgeous. Moving right along to my backyard plant haul. So I know, y'all, I don't even want to hear it in the comments. Who am I? Y'all know how I feel about roses, but I picked one up this morning. I could not pass up this purple color, you guys. It is so bold and so pretty. Like, I love rose blooms. Like, don't get me wrong, y'all. I love the blooms on roses. It is the foliage that makes me not love them. So it looks gorgeous now. I will give y'all that. Like, these leaves look phenomenal. Give it like 3 weeks and I promise y'all it will be brown. Like, I just don't know what I do wrong with roses. I am going to give this one a shot. I did talk to the guy in the garden center. He gave me some suggestions. This one is called Ebb Tide. I don't know anything about roses, you guys. So we are just going to, fingers crossed, pray that this one loves me and is nice to me, because this is literally my last shot at roses, okay? We're going to see if we can keep this one alive. Behind that, I think I already shared this in a video with you guys, but I did pick up this Fire Chief Arborvitae on clearance, popped it in originally over on this side. So I did move it yesterday over here because I wanted to go ahead and get this one planted in the ground. This I shared with you guys in my previous plant shopping video. This is the small little dwarf blue globe spruce, and I think it adds so much to this corner. Like, I'm loving that I have blue, I have the red, I have plenty of green. These right here bloom yellow. As you can see, this is a Stella de Oro daylily. I have another one back there. I have my yellow with my Forever Goldie, and then y'all, let me show y'all these blooms. This is the first time I have ever seen my iris bloom. Please ignore the weeds. I need to come in here and clean out. But look at this, you guys. Is this not stunning? So this is an African iris. I do not remember the exact name. I just remember that it's an African iris. I got these on clearance from Lowe's several years ago. They literally sat in their containers for, I want to say, 4 years before I got them planted here around my bird bath. And they are all blooming this year. I'm so excited. So I have a bloom coming here. I have one that just spent. I have this bloom down here, another splint bloom here, splint bloom there. But even the clumps in the back are blooming. Like, look at this. I'm so excited. So hopefully next year I'll have a lot more. But I just wanted to show y'all this purple color. Like, it is amazing. It is so deep. And I literally enjoy these every morning from my window. It's so pretty. And then swinging around behind me, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. Again, please ignore the weeds. This was the area where I had to dig out a bunch of stuff to do our trenching project. So we will whip this back into shape shortly. But I just wanted to show y'all, these are the Beard's Tongue rock candy that survived. So I picked up that one extra one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it does well for me. But I have 2. We now have 3. And I'm hoping to get a lot more to pack out this area because I love the color on this bloom. It is so pretty. Okay, my bad, y'all. I got a little carried away. I know this is supposed to be a plant haul and planting video. So moving on with the haul, y'all, I cannot wait to show y'all what I purchased this morning. Look at these. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I finally got my blue spruce, y'all. Like, okay, so this is my second attempt. I did have a regular Colorado blue spruce. It was a tiny baby. I had no clue. I had not done any research, didn't know anything about conifers at the time. Put it in the ground, barely watered it, and it died on me. So now I know how to care for these. But this one is a blue diamond spruce. I am so excited. I did pick this up from A&A Plants today. Also behind it, I have purchased a replacement for my teddy bear magnolia. If you guys remember earlier this season, I did take a chance on purchasing one. I think it was 60% off from Guilford Garden Center, and it was super sick. It did not survive. So I have another one here because what is a southern garden without a magnolia? And I love that this one is a dwarf. So this one was $129.99, and it has a ton of buds getting ready to open. Like, look at this, y'all. Bud here, 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 bud here. Like, I cannot believe how covered this is. I cannot wait to get this one planted in the ground. I don't know exactly where I want this to go just because I want it to be a statement. So yeah, we're going to work on placement today and get some planting done. All right, and then last but not least, I have this gorgeous flat of annuals that I picked up this morning from A&A Plants. I definitely went back to pick up some of this blue Evolvus that I showed you guys in my last shopping tour. Loved it so much I had to go back and get some. I just got 2 just to try them out, see how they do. I also picked up this gorgeous purple plant here. I can't remember the name. It is Lavender Lace Cufia. So I think these will be a gorgeous filler for a container. And then y'all already know how to get some lantana. Like, I cannot have a garden season without some lantana. This is so, so pretty. I love the rainbow colors. And I know exactly where I want these to go. So I think I want to start with these first, and then we'll move on to some of the larger things. All right, so you guys saw earlier this season, I have done a little bit of a makeover in this bed. Not really a makeover, just some extra planting. I added my Forever Goldie over here on the corner out of a pot that it was growing in for about 3 years. It is rebounding and flushing out with so much new growth. I'm so happy with it. I have 4 salvia that I got from Lowe's clearance last year. I know they look super wilted. I just watered them. Just filling in this space temporarily until I finish redesigning the shape of this bed. I also planted here my euonymus that was growing in a pot for a while. This is doing amazing as well. And then in my last video, I just transplanted my iris here. So this is an iris called Lion King. It blooms a pretty pink, no, not pink, purple and white bloom. I literally only get 1 bloom on it every year, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it'll love its life sitting here on the corner. This hole right here is from the hydrangea that I dug out and transplanted over to my mailbox. So I want to come in and just sprinkle in a few of the lantana to give it some pink color, just for some annual color, y'all. Y'all know how I do. And this area stays very, very hot and dry throughout the summer. I did come in and run drip throughout this entire bed earlier this season, so it'll get a little bit more water than it normally does, but I think the lantana will do really, really well because this bed gets blasted with hot sun all day long. So my salvia have been doing amazing. They add so much color to the space. They're about halfway done through their bloom cycle over here on the left. Over here on the right, these bloomed a lot earlier, and that's why they're looking a bit wilted. So I'm going to go ahead and give these 2 over here a haircut, and then we can pop in some of the lantana throughout the bed. But I thought it'd be really pretty to add some color from the curbside view, and these will fill in and add just the pop of color that this bed needed. Okay, y'all, so I think I really want to go ahead and get the curve around my arborvitae here planted up next. So let's go ahead and grab the celosia, get those in the ground, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. Ooh, y'all. Okay, so I just dug 9 holes. I really hope that that flat had 10 and not 8. Let me go see. Oh, thank goodness. We have 10. Perfect. right, y'all, all 10 of the celosia are planted around this curve, and fingers crossed they do well and fill in the rest of this area. I think it's going to be so pretty. So I have my ring of my lamb's ear, which is just starting to fill back out. I did prune this really hard earlier this season. It's the hardest I've ever pruned it. So I'm thinking I may have to divide some just to fill in this bare area if it doesn't fill in completely. And then we have the white begonias and the light pink blooms. There's just so much happening in this bed right now. I am loving it. All right, continuing to break down the horde. So I think next I want to work on popping in the 2 purple fountain grass. So I really love the movement that grasses add to a bed, and I also want to start thinking about my fall planting as well. And purple fountain grass down here really takes some time to start putting on some plumes. So I want to go ahead and get them established now so by the time fall gets here, they'll be ready to go. So I'm thinking flanking Rosie will be really pretty. Ooh, I think that adds the perfect purple color. Let's go ahead and get them planted.
You better turn to the other side. If you stay right here, I might move my head to your face. It's been a long and tiresome day. I've been waiting to come home and give you everything that I have. Now we could stay awake all night and have dinner in bed. Slowly watch as the sun rises or fall asleep instead. Woo, this is how it ought to be. Every day should be like a hovering cloud. When it's only you and me, no one else can bother us to step on our feet.
So I got the 2 purple fountain grass planted. These are a pennisetum called rubrum. Here's a look at the tag for you guys if you are interested in the name. They do bloom a gorgeous, nice, long cattail bloom in the fall, which I'm so excited about. So I think they're going to be gorgeous. Next thing I want to do in this bed is go ahead and replace Miss Rosie. I did find another one at my local roses, so I'm going to go ahead and pop her out and get her replacement put in her spot.
Step on our feet.
So you all can see Rosie here has a hole in the top of her head. She also has a hole in the side of her leg. So she is going to be retired. And I got my hands on a new Rosie. So I picked this one up in my previous shopping trip with you guys. I'm so excited because literally this was the only one left in the store. So let's go ahead and get her unwrapped.
To the positive side, there's a reason why we still have each other to hold. Now we could stay awake all night and have dinner in bed. Slowly watch as the sun rises or fall asleep instead. Ooh, this is how it ought to be. Every day should be like a hovering cloud.
So I love how original Rosie gives kind of like an ombre effect to her. Rosie 2.0 has a little bit more detail. Let me show y'all. Rosie is back like she never left. Now this one does have quite a bit more detail than the previous Rosie, which I'm kind of loving, and I think she is perfect. Rosie 2.0, she is glowing in her new bed. I am so in love, and I'm not quite ready to let go of this other Rosie here. As you guys can see, here's the hole, close-up view. There's one on her leg as well. She is made of plaster, you guys. She is not stone. She's not cement. I don't know how to do plaster work. If anybody knows, please leave me a video link down below so I can learn. But you can see like her detail has been weathered away. Also on her back, she doesn't have as much detail as the other Rosie, which I'll insert a close-up shot for y'all. So as you can see, new Rosie is gorgeous. She has so much more detail. Oh, look at her little toes. So cute. And the back side has a lot more detail as well. So I'm actually loving Rosie 2.0 more than Rosie. You guys leave me a comment down below which one you think looks better. Okay, y'all, so I just told y'all a whole lie. I know I just said that that was the last thing I was going to do in this bed, but I'm thinking I want to go ahead and plant either the Rockin' Plain the Blues salvia or the perennial beard's tongue behind her. What do y'all think? Let me get them placed and we'll make a decision. That is a tough choice, you guys, because they're so similar in color, but they definitely get two different sizes, which I think is going to be the deciding factor. So beside Rosie, on either side, right here and here, I have two opalescence phlox. So those get about 24 to 36 inches tall, which is about the same height that the Rockin' Plain the Blues is going to get as well. I'm not sure the height on the beard's tongue, but behind it I have my Veronica, and I don't want the Veronica to get blocked. Y'all know I like to do my layering, so I try to plant the taller things in the back and the shorter things in the front. Ooh, what do y'all think? I'm thinking beard's tongue. I have 3 beard's tongue and 4 Rockin' Plain the Blues. Let's go with the beard tongue. Final answer. Okay, y'all, so let me give you my perspective from the back view. So right here in the center, I have my wee white hydrangea. In front of it, I have an arc of 3 Veronica, which are shorter than the beard's tongue. So I'm thinking I'd rather have the beard's tongue planted in an arc around the hydrangea, and then the next step down, going towards the street, will be the Veronica. So we're gonna dig those up, swap them out, and I hope that made sense for y'all. So I finally got everything transplanted and planted. It took me a little bit to figure out where I wanted everything to go, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. So really quickly, let me walk you through what I did. So I went ahead and dug up my 3 Veronica that were planted here. I planted the 3 beard's tongue. These are, again, perennial, and they get about 24 inches tall. So I think their height is perfect. The next step down is going to be my new arc here, which is Veronica. So basically, I bumped the Veronica forward. So I have a trio here. I was really considering pulling out the Veronica and planting them in the backyard because, again, my theme up here is all pink and white, and the Veronica is throwing off that color scheme. But I said, hey, there's never been anything wrong with a little pop of color, so we're gonna keep them here. So we have 2 drifts of perennials in this bed so far, y'all. I'm excited about that. And then I also had to dig up a couple of my impatiens and kind of reconfigure them there. So I dug up this one and this one, planted them so they're evenly spaced apart, and when I step back, I still have my balance and symmetry. So we still have new Rosie 2.0 in the center. She is flanked by 2 opalescence phlox. She has 1 Veronica planted behind her, flanked by 2 other Veronica. Those are in the center window of the trio of the beard's tongue. And then also we've got the 2 purple fountain grass on each side. I am so excited to see everything fill out. It is going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited, and I'm so ready for these daffodils to finish soaking up whatever they're going to soak up to feed those bulbs next year, so I can just cut them down below the soil. But I'm actually kind of loving their little grassy texture just for now, but in a couple weeks it's going to start looking like this, and I'm ready for it to go. All right, you guys, now that that's done, we can finally move on to working in the backyard. And I must say, I am really enjoying today's weather. Literally spent the first half of my day shopping, and now we get to plant in this nice cloudy weather. It's only like maybe 63 degrees out here. There's a nice breeze blowing. It's just perfect planting weather. Okay, y'all, so we are finally going to start working on the redesign of this bed space over here. I'm going to start transplanting some things to clear out this area. Y'all know how I am. I need to work with a blank slate, and we've got some gorgeous plants to go on this side now. I'm so excited about it. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys kind of like my thought process and where things are going to go. All right, y'all, so I just planted up this bed last summer, and I'm loving the shape. However, the plants in it are very, very temporary. I have a whole new vision for this area. The only thing permanent in this bed are the 4 fire chief arborvitaes here. I'm loving their arc. That was my design and thought process. That part is going to stay. However, I have a new focal point tree that I want to go in this area, which I'm so excited about. So both my tetragona and the weeping spruce behind it are going to be coming out, as well as everything on the back wall except for my arborvitae. So the amber gold is going to stay. I love that it's right beside the hose reel and it won't get too wide to like take up space over there. And then also down in front, I just popped in 4 all gold juniper. These are a spreading ground cover that I do intend to keep, and I want them to kind of just spread out this entire area so I won't have to get mulch. So I did purchase 3 additional. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on this curve here. So I want to also pop in 1, 2, 3 to fill in so they eventually can all grow together. These do spread about 8 feet over time. So we're going to get those other 3 planted today. I'm going to work on transplanting out my tetragona. I know, y'all, this is going to now be the 4th time that this tree is moving, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that this is going to be the last time this tree has to move, because I really want it to start getting established. And then I think, I don't know, we may or may not be moving the weeping spruce today. I haven't decided where I want that to go yet. So let's go ahead, set up the camera, get the tree dug out. Actually, no. Let's dig the hole first, and then we'll dig the tree out. Let's do things in logical order. All right, so over here is now a crazy looking bed, you guys. This was the bed that I just created last year, and it literally is getting overgrown with weeds. I had to dig up a lot of plants out of this bed in order to do my trenching project, and the weeds are starting to take over. So I am ready to get this back tidied up. My 3 azalea bushes here just finished blooming, so I need to go ahead and give them a haircut. And then I want my tetragona to go right where I have this little like metal stuff here, which that's going to be moving as well. But I'm thinking I want the tree to go right there, because if you guys will remember, my theme or new name for this bed is Rainbow Row. So everything that I had planted in this bed was in rainbow order, and I'm still going to try to achieve that. The tetragona is a yellow-green color. These bloom orange. So I'm thinking leading from, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, the green and yellow can go right here-ish, I'm thinking, because this is lime. Or maybe it should go on the other side of the tree. I mean, either way, this arbor has to go. So let's get that out of the way first. So that tree will eventually get about 4 feet wide. So I'm thinking, just for spacing purposes, tree right here. Let's see how if I like that. I'm thinking tree more right here. Yeah, right where this weed is. All right, hole is dug. I'm hoping that that is wide enough. I'm pretty sure the roots are more wide than they are deep, just from remembering when I transplanted it last year. So let's go ahead and get it dug out. I'll see how wide the root ball is to really determine placement. Ooh, I don't know, y'all. This might be a little bit wider than I anticipated now that it's had an extra year of growth. But let's go ahead and get it dug out. All right, so root ball is about 3 feet wide. So I'm gonna go ahead and widen the hole. We'll get this tree moved and planted in the ground. It's not as heavy as I thought. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Dirt in my shoe. All right, she's in the cart. Let's get her moved. So she's far enough away from my red bud, and also she's not completely blocking my azalea bush. So I'm liking her placement from this angle. Let me go stand by the entry gate to make sure I like where she's placed when I first walk in. And when you first walk in, I think that's going to work perfect. I might bump her forward just a little bit so that the red bud shines just a little bit more. Yeah, I think I want her to come slightly forward just a little bit. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, let's get her in the ground. She's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, let's get her backfilled. Tetragona Aurea Cypress is all transplanted, and fingers crossed she loves her new home, which I think she'll do great here. So I did make sure not to plant her too deep into the ground because she is very prone to root rot, you guys. So she is sitting up above the hole. I'll definitely keep an eye on her watering. I just watered her in really, really well. I want to see how the water is going to settle, how the dirt is going to settle. I know this area looks crazy, you guys. Please disregard all of the weeds. I will be coming in and sheet mulching this entire area. Y'all know how I do. It always looks crazy before we whip it all the way together. I did also put back in its spot my Nephophia grass. So I actually have 3 of them. They all bloom a different color, and I'm not sure which is which. So we'll just see when their plumes come up so that I can get them rearranged and how I really want them to be in this space. But I am loving her location here, and I can't wait to fill in more conifers around her, more blooming things. And yeah, y'all, I'm so happy we got this accomplished. Let's see if I can get another one transplanted. What do y'all think? weeping blue spruce transplant today or nah? I don't know, you guys. I'm thinking I want to keep it in the ground until I know exactly where it's going to go. But again, I also need to clear out this space so that I can get my thoughts together. I do also have two little blue star junipers that I got on clearance last year that are in the ground, and they are still really struggling, you guys. They did push out some new growth. You guys can see their blue tips. And I'm not sure where I really want those to go either. So yeah, I'm just going to think on it for a while. I know exactly what's going in this spot. I'm just not sure what's going to go around it. So let me go ahead and grab my junipers. We'll go ahead and get those planted. And then I think I want to do some more annuals. Junipers are all planted. Let me give you guys a view from the other side. So we've got 6 planted here, so hopefully they'll fill in all around the arborvitaes here. Then I have 1 more over here on this side to fill in this entire space. So really, still have plenty of room to come in with something else. I'm thinking the tree that I want to plant here, I'm going to bump it back just a little bit so I can come in with something really pretty in front of it. But that will be in a whole nother video. This is all about clearing out the space today. All right, you guys, the next thing I want to do today is I am going to be digging out my juniper ball. I know, I literally just planted it here, but I have a new space in mind and something new that I'm going to be putting in this space as well as a focal point. So let's go ahead and pop this one out the ground. I'm pretty sure it's not rooted in because I only planted it here maybe 2 weeks ago. We'll get it into where it's going, and then I'll put the new focal piece here. Well, that was easy. All right, y'all. So I just put a paver down into the hole. I'm not even sure if it's level. We'll figure it out once I put the new piece on. Let me show you guys what I've got to go in this area. Ta-da! It's a new pedestal, and I'm so excited to get this placed. Let's go ahead and get it unwrapped. I love the way that looks, and I actually love that it's a lighter color and it kind of stands out and pops from these stones that I have in the back on the wall. Let's go ahead and get the pot that's going on top. Alright, first of all, I got this concrete pot from Guilford Garden Center when they were running their clearance sale. It was literally $15 and it's super heavy. So I think it'll help weigh this lighter resin. I'm not sure if it's resin or if it's plaster. I'm thinking it's the same thing that Rosie is made out of because I got them from the same store. But I just really wanted to test out a lighter weight column before I purchase a concrete one. And I think this is a perfect way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get this as level as possible, and we'll get it potted up. love it so much. I think it looks so sweet. So in the planter, I have planted my Rhode Island red Japanese maple that I ordered from MrMaple.com earlier this season. And then on either side, I went ahead and popped out of my planters over to my right to me. These are Rocapolco Walleriana apple blossom. And y'all, I am so excited to see these fill out. You can already see the Wallerianas are taking off. They will literally fill the base of this entire container. So I think it's very simple, very cute, and I'm so excited about it. It looks so adorable. Let me step back. Oh, it looks so sweet, you guys. And yes, I know there's two different colors of concrete. This little base is just a trial. If I love it, I'll eventually get an actual concrete column. But y'all, I'm so happy with it. Let's go ahead and move on to where we're going to put the juniper ball. Y'all, it's looking really, really good. I know you can't see the full effect. I'll definitely step back once I'm done. But around the base, I had to build it up just a little bit because the root ball literally takes up the entire pot. But the roots will grow downward into the pot. So I mounted it up just a little bit. I did push the dirt away from the flare of the actual trunk. I'm going to pop in a couple of these annuals here that I picked up earlier today. These are the lavender lace Kuthia. They do take full sun, and I think they'll be a pretty pop of color underneath the ball here.
So hard in the cold summer.
All right, y'all, so here is what the pot looks like. It looks so good, you guys. Now, it is a little bit taller than I anticipated. This is a really tall trunk, but I'm actually kind of loving it, you guys. So let me step back and give you guys the full spectrum view here. There we go. It looks so, so pretty. And I need to come in with just some landscape lighting. You guys can see that my sod is starting to take, the grass is definitely starting to get tall. My boyfriend is mowing right now because we're getting rain for the next 3 days. So I thought that the rainwater would have been enough. So I've been skipping a couple of days out here watering. So you can see the coloring is a little bit different, but it definitely looks better from when I first put it down. But yeah, y'all, I am so in love with the juniper, and I think the purple touch around the base will be cute, and I can put in a little cute little, maybe a solar light or something. It's going to be so sweet. Well, you guys, that is pretty much going to conclude today's planting projects. I feel really good about all the progress I've made so far. I feel really good about transplanting that tetragona. Like, that was kind of going to stress me out, but it went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be, and I cannot wait to get the rest of this area all cleaned up. It is stressing me out so bad. So mulching will be very, very soon. You guys definitely stay tuned. I cannot wait for the makeover on the other side of the garden. You guys leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite plant was that I hauled today. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.